everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Henry, your host, and I'm so glad you're here today. Whether you're walking, driving, or just relaxing at home, thanks for spending some time with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, your co-host, and yes, thanks for joining us. Today's episode is really exciting because we're going to help you think faster and speak clearer in English. Sound good?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of English learners tell us, I know the words, I just can't think of them fast enough, or people don't understand me even when I try to speak.
Yep, that's super common. And the good news is, it's totally normal, and there are real techniques that can help. You don't have to be perfect. You just need practice and some smart strategies.
Exactly. So today, we're breaking it down. We'll talk about why we sometimes get stuck when speaking, how to train your brain to respond faster in English, and how to make your pronunciation and delivery much clearer.
And don't worry, we'll keep it fun and practical. We'll give you examples, mini exercises, and even a quick speaking challenge at the end. So stay with us.
This episode is great for you if you're an intermediate English learner and you want to sound more natural, more fluent, and more confident.
Or if you've ever felt like your brain is just frozen during a conversation in English, then you're in the right place. Oh, actually, yes. I had one of those funny language moments this week. I was texting a friend and I meant to say I'm on my way, but I accidentally wrote I'm in my way.
All right, let's get into it. Sarah, before we dive deep, how's your week been? Any language learning moments to share? So, Sarah, how's your week been? Anything fun or frustrating happen? Classic mix-up. That's such a small change, but it totally changes the meaning.
Right? Instead of sounding helpful, I made it sound like I was blocking myself or something. Sorry, can't come, I'm in my way.
It happens to the best of us. And honestly, little mistakes like that are part of learning. I always say, if you're not making mistakes, you're not practicing enough.
Totally agree. What about you? Any moments this week that reminded you of today's topic, thinking fast and speaking clearly?
Actually, yeah. I had a student this week who was so smart, she knew a lot of vocabulary, but every time we practiced conversation, she froze. It was like she was searching for the perfect word.
Ooh, yeah, that perfection trap. So many learners feel like they have to get everything right before they speak.
Exactly. But I told her, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep going. That's how your brain gets faster.
It's like exercising. You wouldn't expect to run a marathon without training, right?
Right. And the more you speak, the clearer your voice becomes too. Like building muscle. Just English muscle.
Yes, and that's what we're diving into today. Thinking fast, speaking clear. We'll break it all down in simple steps.
So if you've ever felt nervous, or like your words are trapped in your head, we get it. You're not alone, and today's episode is going to help a lot.
Okay, ready to get into the good stuff?
Let's do it. First up, what does it really mean to think faster in English? All right, so let's jump into today's topic, thinking faster and speaking clearer in English.
This is such an important topic. Because let's be honest, speaking another language in real time is hard. You have to listen, understand, think of a response, and say it all in a few seconds.
Right? And for many learners, the problem isn't that they don't know the words. It's that they can't find the words fast enough when they need them.
Exactly. That's what we mean when we say think faster. It's not about being super smart. It's about training your brain to react more quickly in English conversations.
And the second part, speak clearer, that's about how your English sounds. You could have great ideas, but if your pronunciation or rhythm is unclear, people might not understand you.
And that can be really frustrating, right? You know what you're trying to say, but the listener says, sorry, what was that?
Ugh, the worst. So today, We're going to break these two ideas down. First, how to train your brain to think in English instead of translating in your head. And second, how to sound more natural and clear when you speak.
And we're not just going to talk about it, we'll give examples, tips you can use today, and even do some live practice with you.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand why you get stuck when speaking and what you can do to fix it, step by step.
So whether you're preparing for a job interview, a trip abroad, or just chatting with friends online, this episode will help you feel more confident.
All right, let's start with the thinking part. Why is it so hard to think fast in English, and what can we do about it? All right, let's talk about the first part, thinking faster in English. Why is this such a struggle for so many learners?
Well, one big reason is that people are still translating in their heads, like they think in their native language then try to find the English words. That takes time.
Yes, and while you're translating, the conversation keeps going, and you get left behind. That's when you freeze.
Exactly. It's like your brain is running two programs at once. You're not just trying to speak, you're trying to translate, choose, and speak all at the same time.
So here's tip number 1. Start thinking in English, even in simple ways. For example, instead of thinking, estoy cansado, and then translating to, I'm tired, just try to feel the English phrase.
Right. Think I'm tired immediately. No middle step. It takes practice, but your brain will get faster over time.
Here's another tip, learn in chunks, not just individual words. For example, instead of learning, go to the store, learn the full phrase, I'm going to the store.
Yes, because in real conversations, we don't speak word by word. We speak in phrases. And when you practice phrases, your brain doesn't have to build a sentence from zero each time.
Exactly. It's like cooking with ingredients versus just microwaving a ready meal. Phrases equals ready meals for your brain.
I love that. Ready-made English.
Another great technique is shadowing. That means listening to a short sentence, then repeating it out loud right after the speaker trying to match their rhythm and tone.
Yeah, shadowing is powerful. Even 5 minutes a day can help train your brain to react faster to English sounds and structure.
And here's the big mindset tip. Don't try to be perfect. If you pause to find the perfect word, the conversation will slow down. It's better to keep speaking, even if the words aren't perfect.
Yes, communication is the goal, not perfection. If you can't remember delicious, just say very good or I like it a lot. Keep the conversation moving.
Okay, let's do a little example. Sarah, let's pretend you're ordering at a cafe, but your brain is working slowly. You want to say, Hi, I'd like a coffee with milk and sugar, please, but your mind is blank.
Okay, so maybe I just say hello, coffee, milk, sugar, please.
And guess what? The barista still understands.
Totally. And next time I might say the full sentence because my brain remembers the rhythm.
So again, practice phrases, think in English, shadow native speakers, and don't worry about mistakes. That's how you train your brain to think faster.
Okay, now that we've got your brain moving faster, let's work on making your speech sound clearer.
Yep, let's get into part 2. Speaking clearer. All right, so now that we've talked about how to think faster in English, let's talk about the second part, speaking clearer.
Yes, please. This is something a lot of learners worry about. They say I know what I want to say, but people can't understand me.
Exactly. And the thing is, you don't need a perfect accent, but you do need to be clear and confident.
Right. And sometimes, speaking too fast actually makes you harder to understand.
Yes, many learners try to speak fast to sound fluent, but if your words are all stuck together, it's hard to follow.
So here's tip number 1, pause. Don't be afraid to pause between ideas. For example, I live in Canada. I love it here. The people are friendly.
See? Clear and natural. You're giving your listener time to hear each idea.
Tip number 2. Emphasize key words. Stress the important parts of your sentence, like this "I really like this movie," or "that coffee was too strong."
Yes, that helps your message stand out, even if your grammar isn't perfect.
And don't forget, listen to your own voice. You can record yourself speaking for 1 minute, then listen. Was your voice clear? Were you rushing?
I do this with my students a lot. At first, they don't like hearing themselves, but it helps so much you can catch unclear words and work on fixing them.
And here's one of my favorite exercises. Copy a short video or podcast clip, repeat it word for word, matching the speaker's tone, rhythm, and speed.
That's called imitation practice. It's how actors learn accents, and it works for English learners, too.
All right, Henry, let's give a quick before and after demo. I'll say something unclearly first, then clearly.
Okay, go for it.
I want to get a coffee or something.
All right, now say it clearly.
I want to get a coffee or something.
Huge difference, right? Same sentence, different effect.
So, to recap, slow down and pause where needed. Emphasize key words. Practice listening to your own voice. Imitate clear speakers.
And remember, fluency isn't about speed. It's about connection. If people understand you, that's a win.
All right, coming up, we're going to answer some common questions from learners like you. Stay with us.
Okay, it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show, Listener Q&A.
Woohoo! So we've picked a few common questions that English learners ask us all the time. Let's pretend they sent these in.
Here's the first one. I always freeze when someone asks me a question in English. How can I respond faster?
Ooh, good one. So first, don't panic. It's normal to freeze. You can buy time by saying something like, "Let me think," or, that's a good question.
Yes, that gives your brain a few extra seconds to catch up. And even native speakers do that.
And if you really don't know the word, describe it. Like instead of oven, you could say the thing you use to bake food.
Perfect. Okay, next question. How do I improve my pronunciation without a teacher?
Great question. There are a few ways. Use apps or websites to hear native speakers, record yourself speaking, and listen back. Copy short phrases from TV shows or podcasts like we talked about earlier.
Yep. And focus on sounds and word stress. English is all about rhythm. Like "I want to go" versus "I want to go." The meaning can change just by stressing a different word.
Totally. All right, last one. What if I make a mistake and people laugh at me?
Oh, we feel this one. First, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. And honestly, most people aren't laughing to be mean. They're just surprised. Or maybe they misunderstood.
Right. If someone laughs, you can laugh too. It shows confidence. Say something like, "Oops, wrong word," and try again.
Yes, confidence grows when you stop fearing mistakes. Just speak, smile, and keep going.
Exactly, and you're doing great just by listening to this podcast and working on your skills.
All right, coming up next, we're going to do a quick practice session with you, so get ready to speak out loud with us. All right, it's time to practice together. This part is super important, so if you can speak out loud with us, don't just listen. Actually say the words.
Yes, repeating out loud helps your brain and mouth work together. Don't worry if it feels awkward at first. It gets easier.
Okay, ready? We'll say a sentence, then you repeat it. Let's start simple. I need some help.
Can you say that again, please?
Give me a second to think.
Good. Now, let's do some thinking in English practice. I'll say a situation, and you say a sentence in English. Ready? You're at a restaurant. You want chicken. What do you say?
Great. Maybe you said "I'd like the chicken, please." Or "Can I have the chicken?" Both are perfect.
Okay, next one. You're late to class. What do you say?
Maybe "Sorry I'm late," or I had a delay.
Last one. You didn't understand someone. What do you say?
You could say, sorry. Could you repeat that? Or I didn't catch that.
Awesome job. Just 2 to 3 minutes a day of speaking out loud like this can make a big difference over time.
Absolutely. And you can even pause this episode and keep practicing. Rewind and say the sentences again.
Coming up, we're wrapping it all up with a quick recap and a challenge for you to try this week.
All right. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today.
First, we talked about how to think faster in English. Stop translating in your head, practice common phrases in chunks, try shadowing and imitation exercises. Don't aim for perfection, just keep going.
Then we focused on how to speak clearer. Slow down and pause between ideas. Emphasize important words. Record yourself and listen to how you sound. Practice copying real English speakers.
And we answered some great listener questions and practiced out loud with you, so if you spoke with us, amazing job.
Just remember, fluency doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being consistent, brave, and clear.
You're doing great just by being here and practicing. Keep going, we believe in you.
All right, friends, that's a wrap for today's episode of the English Learning Podcast.
Your weekly challenge is this. Pick one sentence you use often like, "Can I get a coffee?" or "I'm learning English," and practice it 10 times out loud every day this week.
That's it. Just 10 times a day. Say it with confidence and clarity. It'll start to feel natural, like muscle memory.
And hey, if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a rating, or share it with a friend who's learning English too.
You can also follow us on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Just search English Learning Podcast.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, mistakes mean you're learning.
See you soon, and keep speaking English, one conversation at a time.